Yo, yo, yo.
What's the word?
The truth?
always.
As far as truth goes, it's Wednesday, man. That's all I got so far. But we're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it. We're definitely going to get into it.
Oh, yeah, man. A lot has gone down over the last week. A lot has gone down over the last 16 hours. Yeah, whole lot to unpack. We'll give people some time to join, and we're gonna get into all of that.
I had so much stuff on my side notes. I didn't add them to the docket. I was like, if we got time, I'll squeeze these things in, but there's too much to unpack today.
Big facts. All right, let me share this to a couple people on Instagram. Shout out to those who be joining us from YouTube, Facebook, X, IG. We appreciate you all.
Yes.
Let me share this out to a couple people. You know the vibes early. I think a lot of people can use a little disconnect, a little laughter today. Hopefully we can bring that to you. Shout out to Shade Sweet Thing on an early check-in.
Man, oh man.
Ooh, boy. At least the weather was nice today. That was a nice little relief.
Bro, it was a little too nice. I threw the AC on last night. I was kind of hot.
Yeah.
77 degrees in November. I'll take it, but not sure if I'll ever be prepared for it. But hey, man, gotta ride these waves.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I do have a funny question for you. Just let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you think it's too soon.
Yeah, might as well shoot, man. People are gonna join when they join. Yeah.
I saw this question the other day. It got me to thinking. And us as married men, hey, we're in here for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? Ride or die. Unfortunately, death is the end, right? But I saw a thing that said, in my next life, my next wife will definitely fill in the blank. And I was wondering, I was like, this is a slippery slope. But if I bring attention to it now, I might be able to change the course of time. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I gotta ask my man Sean, see what he think of this.
Yeah, you're gonna change the course of a chancleta come flying at you. I'll tell you that.
Hey man.
But hey man, listen, that's why we're here, right? To answer the questions that people need answers to. Woof. In the next life. Wow.
No pressure. Listen. I'm nervous.
Bro, you can't bring the question to that point.
My bad, dog. My bad. I was reading the eyebrows. Go ahead, dog. Go ahead.
No. I think it would be. I really think it would be. Yeah. The fact that I'm thinking too long, bro. I'm leaving this shit alone.
Right? That's what happened to me. I was like, I got a few things, but
yeah,
I don't know if it's conversation worthy.
Yeah.
Oh man, we'll throw that up on one of the socials. We'll take a poll vote. Vote on that one.
I felt like Doctor Strange for a minute. I was looking at every possible outcome, and every outcome was just not good.
The chancleta kept getting thicker and thicker.
Yeah. In a couple of those conclusions, my sneakers were getting ripped up. Yeah, it was never good.
Yeah, I'm looking at you with the one up, like got one opportunity, my man. The fuck this up.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go out like Iron Man yet, man.
All right.
Oh man. All right. What is it? 8:12. We might as well get started since we got a lot to talk about tonight. Yeah. First things first, brother. How are you, man? How was your weekend? How's your week going so far? All that good stuff.
Week's going good. Flag football's winding down. Playoff week. The oldest she had a playoff game the other day. We came short in OT. You know what I'm saying? That one would have got us to the chip. But hey, man, from like I said, from between game one and how they did the other day, man, hell of an improvement, hell of an upgrade from not knowing what a route was to, you know what I'm saying, everybody getting on the same page finally. And Kennedy, yeah, she got to play our game Saturday. So we out here, man. Just trying to get these wrap up these flag football seasons, and then shit basketball practices next week. So it's just shifting right onto the new shit. But outside of that, man, kids good, family good. We'll get into more stuff that we did yesterday specifically. But other than that, weekend was pretty calm. How about you, bro?
Yeah, same thing. Weekend was calm. Me and wifey watched a lot of stuff, man. Like anybody who follows me on socials knows that I was just posting up a lot of ratings about a lot of shows, movies. We're gonna get into that, of course, a little bit later. But quality time, man, because this weekend I gotta head out of town for a conference. So anytime it's just being able to chill with the family and do nothing is a win.
Copy. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta what state you gotta run to? Is it a red state?
Yeah, back to Texas, man. Right
okay,
back.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm just hoping when I get off the plane, they ain't a little too aggressive this time around, knowing that now they got the entire force behind them and all that. But we'll see.
Hey man, listen, watch your six. If you got a Phillies hat, wear it. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's red, but it ain't the same message. You know what I'm saying? At least on a quick flyby, you'll be gone by the time they notice what it really say. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. But it's interesting because even though we are in fall, we're still like, I don't know about a lot of y'all, but the flies have been hanging around. The mosquitoes are hanging around. They are not letting up in my neighborhood. And today I encountered what I would call the unbreakable mosquito. This mosquito was just chilling on the wall, looking at me like, what are you doing in here? And I look back at it like, oh yeah, I get the slipper, man. I hit that thing once. That shit looking at me like, bzz. I'm like, I hit that shit again. It's like, bzz. I'm like, yo, what the? I had to hit that shit like 2-3 more times. And that's nigga, he was like, you'll never take me alive, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, it was just one of those mosquitoes that would not go down. But after a while, of course, I won. But it's making me look at the insects around us, the wildlife around us, even the vegetation in my neighborhood. Like the trees are growing at an exponential rate. The backyard doesn't even look the same no more, bro. You can't see the concrete.
Oh,
yeah, you really can't see the concrete. Like, I don't know what's going on in our neighborhood. I don't know if anybody else in Brooklyn is experiencing this, but it's serious, man. I don't know if we're not getting certain treatments that we're supposed to get in our neighborhood, but it's getting out of hand.
Well, I know with the mosquitoes, like if they caught somebody that was vaccinated, they might have a whole nother super trace within them that they didn't have a few years ago. So they are stronger. They're not dying at the first swipe no more. But hey, I respect them, man. You get stronger with every generation. It just sucks that they're coming for your blood. But yeah, the wildlife, the planting stuff. I'm gonna throw it on climate change, man. 75-degree weather in November. A lot of strange things might start growing that you wasn't expecting, especially in the middle of fall. So. I'll look into that one. See if any new vegetation is happening in the New York City area that I should be aware of.
Appreciate it. So it was funny finishing up the third season, rewatching House of Cards. I think I told you last week. And if anybody remembers Claire Underwood, she had a short cut. So me and my wife were sitting there and we were watching one of the last episodes in season 3, and she says, "That's the cut I want to end with." And I looked at her, I was like, wait a minute. So did you just pick the haircut you want to die with? She's like, no. Like when I get older, that's the haircut that I want. And I was like, see, that's totally different from what you just said. Like I've never seen somebody pick the haircut that they want to say, I'm going to meet my maker, y'all. Let me get that fade to the side. Like that's real.
She going with the platinum too? Same color and everything?
I don't know. Knowing her, she might go full on blue, like indigo or something like that.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll chalk that up to a midlife crisis when the cut hits. When it's time. Hey, man, it's a lot safer than a motorcycle, so I'm down. You know what I'm saying? But salute for knowing what you would want your final hair choice to be. Like us, we're not as lucky. We don't really have hair growth like that. Well, I know you had a couple of stunts you was playing with throughout the decades, but we don't really get to just grow at will. So
Yeah.
pause. But you know what I mean. But for a woman to make that choice, you know, mid-30s, that's all right, man. Respect, man. I'm not sure if I can. I've had the same haircut my whole life, and I still don't know if this is what I want to end it with. You know what I'm saying? That's. I mean, I have to read that in the Old Will and Testament.
Yeah, she just put midnight blue. That's the haircut she would go with. Yeah, man. I mean, I
You
know.
called it.
Yeah, I know what she meant for sure. But when she said it, it just was like, how you like? Are you okay? Like, where are we at right now? All right, so that was a quick funny moment.
I should be fucking the pillows when that Social Security hit. Blue pillows everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some protectors or something like that. So funny thing waking up this morning, man. Wild dream last night, and I promise y'all it's not R-rated. Me and the wifey, for some reason, wifey came and she brought us scooters. So we were just going all around town in these little scooters, just tearing the town up. Somehow in the dream, we end up getting past airport security and we're in the scooters running through the airport. Now, after some point, security starts chasing us. So we split up. So Shay decides to take this real crazy ramp route and she twists and falls on her ass. Security's chasing behind her and she begins to roll, trying so they can't catch her. At the moment that they caught her, I'm laughing so hard in the dream that I wake up and I'm looking for her and she's not in the bed. So it was just crazy to me. Like all of this shit is happening in real time. I don't know where this dream came from, but I found it so funny, bro. Because it's some shit she would do in real life. Like I can see her like in a scooter and just make a mistake and fall, but then still try to get out of some situation and just make light of it, bro. Like it was crazy.
Curiosity killed the cat. Where was Darius? He was rolling too?
Nah, he wasn't with us, bro. We was on a solo mission.
All right. Yeah. Miss G to you said, yeah, TSA got her ass. Show. For show. So this is not even electric. Oh, this is man. This is foot power. Yeah, wrap it up. You with the blue? Yeah, blue here. Yeah, wrap it up.
Oh yeah. Oh man. And then yesterday, man, you know, we're all just sitting around, you know what I mean, watching TV, and Darius is there, you know, talking to Shay, and she's like, "Yo, when did your voice get so deep?" So then she comes over to me, and she's like, "Have you heard him talk lately?" And I'm like, "Go ahead, say something." He's like, "What?" And we both looked at him like, hold on. I'm gonna need you to bring that down, bro. Like this is going too fast. Homeboy sending us text messages. This morning, I had no idea he took his phone with him to school. He finagled a bagel and, you know, caught his mom in a vulnerable state, and she fell for it and let him take it to school. So I'm here at work, right? And I see him FaceTiming me. I'm like,
it's not even a text.
Like, he ain't in the next room. So I look at her. I was like, he got his phone. She was like, let me explain. Yo, this kid is comedy, man. He's pure comedy. I don't know where he gets all this shit from, but it's all happening way too fast.
Did you answer the daytime FaceTime?
Oh, he ended it because you could tell it was by mistake. He didn't mean to FaceTime me.
Okay. But there's like, bruh, I'm at the office, dog. Is this an emergency? He said, nah, just checking on you, Pop. Oh, man. Appreciate all the hard work you're doing for the family, man. Catch you later. Oh, shit. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Hey, once he get out the house one time, he'll be like, yo, I did it yesterday. Now he has a precedent set. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is old news, Dad. Like, I've been doing this now. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy.
No, definitely. The first ventures out of the house are going to be going to the store for us. Like my wife is set on that. Like she's tired of going to pick up milk last minute and when he's eating all the cereal. So we're going to definitely start having him go with us to the store, get familiar with the stores, get familiar with the clerks, let the clerks get familiar with his face. Because after a while, bro, it's going to be like, oh, you need milk? You know where the store at, bro? Go get it.
It's time's changing as they are. Here's my question: when you guys are ready to send them to the store, you're gonna send them with cash or the card? Because card you ain't gotta worry about change yet. You know what I'm saying? But is that too much responsibility?
That's a great question. He already has his own credit card, so we're probably gonna send him with the card.
Okay, all right. Because the bad thing about this is, I know we say needed milk, but cereal's on sale, so I got 6 of the boxes. You're gonna be like.
and I know what y'all thinking. You're gonna send a 12-year-old to the store with a whole credit card. Nigga will come back with his whole arms full, like, yo, y'all, they had Hershey's. I'm saying, I couldn't let it go.
He said they pretty much giving us away as long as I tap my card.
It's like I couldn't stop, Dad. Everywhere I went, I was just like tap, 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 tap.
Oh shit, that's what's up, man. Yeah, shouts to him, man. Hey, deep voice, got to start making transactions, man. It's part of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh shit. What's we got here?
Yeah, man. So, first off, let's send some shout outs real quick. Thank you to Miss G joining us. Jeff, I see you. SKL, Shay Sweet Things. Shout out to y'all for joining us tonight. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and X, man. We appreciate you joining us. We definitely want to get into some recognitions first. First on the list here, man. Happy belated birthday to my homie Dianella, Scorpio Gang. Happy birthday to my bro Alex. We go all the way back. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about Tag, Manhunt, you know what I mean? Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Alex, yeah, bro.
Oh, happy birthday, my G. Oh, man. A lot of spade nights, broke day.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Betty. Shout out to the whole family, man. Love y'all. Hope y'all doing all right. Veterans Day is approaching next Monday, November 11th. Shout out to all the veterans. We appreciate your service. And it is Native American Heritage Month. There are a lot of events that are going on where you can be more aware of the foundation of some of our own history and landmarks here in New York that are of Native American descent, and you can learn more. And we cannot let this show go by without paying respect to a music mogul, someone who shaped Motown itself, man. The man on the myth, Quincy Jones. Amazing music producer, and more than that, man, he was a staple. He is the guy, man, and he passed away over the weekend.
He pretty much, I don't think it wasn't a hand in the type of music that he didn't have his hand in, you know what I mean? But shouts to him, hell of a legacy he left behind. But 91 was it?
Man,
run. hell of an and it was an intelligent run too. It wasn't like he didn't lose his wherewithal towards the end. He was pretty coherent to my knowledge. So shouts to him and his family. Rest in peace. Rest in paradise as always.
Yep, man. Absolutely. So we're going to get right into it, y'all. We know what happened overnight around 3 a.m. When we did find out that we do have a new president. But before we get into that, I just want to kind of level set our conversation before we get started. And this is based off of a post that I did on LinkedIn today. Just to kind of level set us, and depending on where you're at today, where your emotions are, we just want to remember that we don't stop and we don't panic. We double down on our mission. We stay grounded in our purpose. We stay agile when faced with obstacles. We strengthen our resources, networks, and knowledge. The goal towards equity and impactful change does not stop for anything. Why? Because nobody ever gave us anything. And those who came before us had to push through to obtain all the rights and freedoms that we enjoy today. So who are we to stop when they found the fortitude and courage in a time where conditions were much worse than we are facing now? So today, take the time you need to breathe, reset, because our work is not done. And I'll see you out there.
Well said, my brother. Well said.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Definitely need it on this day of uncertainty. You know what I mean? But we'll get into it as always, man.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure most of you know already, Donald Trump did win the 2024 presidential election. He is our 47th president against Kamala Harris. And I mean, you know, the numbers are the numbers. You know, we are not politicians here. We're not statisticians. We're not CNN, any of that. But we are humans living in a country with, like Kenny said it perfectly, a lot of uncertainty. So, Kenny, what's the temperature around you as far as your feelings, people around you's feelings after the decision?
It's funny. You know, with the wife last night, maybe from 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, she kept giving me the updates. Like, we down. I'm like, yo, take it easy. It's always like this in the beginning. You know what I mean? These red states, they end a little early, you know what I'm saying? Middle America, they got to get you know what I mean? For some reason, their polls is always out super fast. So the Kansas, the Montanas, the Oklahomas, let them have that. You know what I mean? 3, 4, 5 electoral votes here and there. No big deal. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, niggas like getting tired, you know what I mean? So we hit the old hay. You know what I'm saying? Just figure we wake up with some good news. For some reason, I just popped up at like 4 in the morning, right? I went to the TV. My man was at like 266. I was like, this nigga's up in the fourth.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the vote count. I'm like, where are those 80 million motherfuckers from 4 years ago? We need at least 10 more of them right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but long story short, he ended up catching it. He ended up getting it. And when I get to work, hey, I'm the black guy, no big deal. But I felt like my coworkers was kind of walking on thin ice around me. They didn't want to bring up anything too extreme. You know what I'm saying? But hey, HR lady walked in. Fortunately, put her back down. She goes, "So Ken," she goes, "Are you happy or mad this morning?" I said, "Baby, I'm here. I don't get a day off no matter who wins." So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could have went another way, but it didn't. So, you know what I mean? You got those invoices? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to tell you right now. You know, I got to get to work. You got to get to work. There's a lot of stuff to do. But it was just weird to see. He did it somehow with with this list that precedes him, as far as felony counts, convictions, cases pending, impeachment. It was a lot to go on. But them also getting the Senate, that kind of gave him like fair. I mean, it's just a clear path come January. He can really get shit shaken on the 21st if he wants to. You know what I'm saying? As far as just not having no leeway, nobody in his way. As far as if he has a policy he wants to enforce, he's gonna be able to do it with a blank check with no issues. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. What was the vibe on your side throughout the day?
A lot of fear and concern, especially for my colleagues in the diversity, equity, and inclusion sector. We have new leadership, so there was always this what if after this decision was made. And now that we know what the decision is made, I think first thing tomorrow is we're going to try and talk to as many people as possible to try and calm their nerves a bit. But at the end of the day, it's rightfully so, right? There was uncertainty with the new leadership coming in. Now there's complete uncertainty with new leadership in the White House. And of course, like you stated, Republicans taking over the Senate. I think at this point, we just have to be mindful of the goals that we're setting for ourselves. And I kind of alluded to it already. Nobody ever gave us anything. So if you were going harder before this decision, you need to probably go 10 times as harder now, because we don't know where we might be in a year or year and a half, after things really start to get into motion. Because I think there's decisions that were already made. They were just waiting for this to be official. And we know how these presidents are in the first 100 days. They're trying to get everything passed and make an instant impact. So stay aware, stay focused, and I hate to say it, but stay dangerous, man, because stuff's about to pick up.
I got one more question for you. Do you think this photo pushed him over the edge? No, I'm not outside of the Latino male vote. We're not gonna get into them niggas, but do you think this helped push him over the edge a bit?
I think it was definitely polarizing for anyone our age, right? We didn't grow up in the era where presidents, were almost getting assassinated. So I think for us, and of course for the new generation, that was pretty interesting to see. And then one thing I heard last night that really stood out to me was his son, I think his youngest son, was very instrumental in getting him on podcasts like Joe Rogan. And I think there's one more. And that appealed to the younger generation because right now, every young man I know, or man, period, they want to learn anything, they listen to a podcast. And to actually hear from him, and I actually caught maybe about 20, 30 minutes of it with some Marine homeboys of mine. And if you listen to the man, of course, there's some times when he says some outlandish stuff, but there was some points that he was hitting that it was kind of hard to ignore. So I think that had a very lasting important, oh God, I can't talk about it, impact on the new voters and the younger generation.
For sure. Highlight saying checks and balances are gone. executive, judicial, Supreme Court in the House, legislative, and even with that, it was stated earlier today the Department of Justice and Jack Smith immediately ended their cases against Donald Trump. DOJ cited their policy that presidents can't be prosecuted. However, the people, the public, democracy thought he would kind of work up until his last day, doing whatever he could. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he may not. He was able to, I guess, kind of get these off the docket before he was removed come January. So, it's his plan of not being prosecuted is in full force and working.
Yeah, and I think definitely one thing that stood out last night was these stocks were soaring. They were soaring. I haven't heard from Doge in years, and that was even hitting. That was hitting new heights as well. They were saying if you were invested in like Medicare Advantage plans, they took a hike last night. If you happen to participate in the futures contracts on Robinhood, you saw his advantage jump from about 60 cents to about 90, and that really set the tone for what people probably thought were gonna happen. Interesting times, man. Interesting times.
If there is one like silver lining, a fake high note, like not that I'm happy he won because I'm really not. I think just his mindset is kind of toxic for the states of America combined. But listen, if he did lose, I really wasn't interested in seeing "Make America Great Again" 2028 signs for the next 4 years. I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't interested in seeing that because when he lost 4 years ago, the 2024 signs came out before January hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just they was on lawns, they was on houses, they was on cars, they was on pickup trucks, they was on, and we in New York. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine like actual red states. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm happy the GOP was able to get this last nut out. As far as the Trump saga, this will be it. But we do got to go through another 4, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. I see High Life in the chat talking about stack up, family. Yeah, we were just talking about that. If you were going hard before, you probably want to go 10 times harder now. You want to probably store up on goods, store up on ammunition, do whatever you got to do. Get yourself ready.
License concealed and carry is legal in New York. Get your paperwork ready if you got some time. You know what I'm saying? That is definitely on the bucket list before the year's out to start that paperwork transition. Hit the gun range with my own piece. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But registered. But we shall see, man. We shall see. But come on, man, talk to me. How she's been doing in post election?
Yeah, it took her a while to give her concession speech. I believe her headquarters was at Howard last night, with the hopes of course, giving her commencement speech and thanking everybody for their support if she won. With reason, right? I mean, I've always commended people who come out right after taking such a loss, but I think she took this one to the, close to the chest. And sometimes you want to take that time to step back before you actually step out in front of the people. And I thought she gave a good speech, man. She did it with pride. She reminded everybody that this is not the end. We must continue to make our voices heard and exercise our right to vote. And I'm pretty sure she'll find a way to come back stronger, have a full campaign. You know what I mean? Really get out there and get her policies heard, meet the people, and who knows what we're talking about come 2028.
Facts. Don't think of anything else. I don't even know if I got anything else on him as far as I'm not. It's weird. I'm still I'm not surprised, but still fake shocked. I think I'm more shocked at the numbers themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought honestly, if he was gonna win, I thought it'd be a lot closer than what it was. Yeah. And it wasn't. It was a fake kind of landslide. She never got the lead, never had the lead. Just he was up from the beginning at the 9 o'clock hour and just continued to skyrocket somehow. But Akaya the Diva says they aren't ready for a woman, no matter how hard we work. And that's another thing that kind of fucked with me. I'm like, yo, Trump got in on 2 women's backs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of all people, like, you know what I mean? But it's just rough to see. It's super rough to see.
Yeah, I see D said she has to hold her head up, can't show emotions, would be a testament to what the people don't want. I agree. I think it showed exactly to your point and exactly to D's point and Nakia's point. There is clearly a disconnect between what the people feel and what this country needs. I can only speak for myself. I know who I voted for. New York showed up and showed out. I'm a little, I don't know if I can be shocked at PA, but I was, because I thought when she got California, I'm like, all right, if she gets PA, we Gucci. Like, you know what I mean? She's in this, you know what I mean? But it was just some key parts of PA that she just couldn't land, man. And it just makes you wonder what's going on out there. But I've been to PA in the last year, 2 years, and there's some areas, man, where you don't see nothing but them, them Confederate flags and Trump supporters, and they go out there and they vote, bro. They vote.
Yep. High Life kind of said it the best. The Demo Party kind of dropped the ball. In reality, she only had 100 days to introduce herself to the public, somehow gather enough funds, which she did. I think she raised over $1 billion, just to bring light and focus to her, party, to hopefully get hired for a job she didn't really have an interview process for. You know what I'm saying? So it was a tough hill to climb, but even with it all, it still seemed like there was some hope. But it just felt like it was so much support that it just kind of felt like it was going to kind of usher in that regime. But hey, it is what it is. The people made their choice, and we all live with said choice.
Yeah, and then my fear is in 4 years, like, did this last minute push kind of take away some of the luster of if she would have just waited for 2028? Because that's 4 years now for another potential candidate in the Democratic Party to rise up and probably be a better suitor. I don't know. So that's one thing I know I'm worried about.
And how that kind of he took the thought right out me. He said, let Michelle, sharp cross her T's, dot her I's, get ready for this 4-year run. It'll be dope. But I got a feeling if Michelle come up, they're gonna find a black woman Republican on that side of the fence, and everybody's just not gonna know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be like, we don't want a woman, but she's on our side. She's black, but I don't know if I should. You know what I'm saying?
My money is on Auntie Michelle every day. They can go and find. They can put Hillary, Nancy Pelosi. They can put all of them together, and they still ain't gonna measure up to Auntie Michelle, man. She's got it. If she wants to run in 2028, I think you'll see support like we've never seen before. It's gonna be on some when we had the Go Vote campaign, and then when Barack was running. So, and if you think Barack went hard for Kamala, oh my God, for Kamala. If you think Barack went hard for Kamala, you know how he gonna go for his wife? Man, listen.
I was thinking that too. Like, what if she stepped in 104 days ago instead of, you know what I'm saying? Like, too much.
Michelle knew that wasn't a good. She knew that wasn't a good idea. I mean, let's keep it real, right? Decisions should have been made a lot faster, and I don't even think I need to be 100% detailed about that. Decisions should have been made a lot sooner, and maybe we're talking about something different today. But time just passed by. You know what I mean? People were ignoring the signs, and here we are. So, got 4 years, Democrats. You got 4 years to figure it out.
That's a fact.
Figure it out.
Outside of all that, was there any other good news in any other states that benefited?
Yes, absolutely, man. Actually, in 2 states, man. First, Delaware, Lisa Blunt Rochester makes history as the first Black woman senator over there. And then over in Maryland, Angela Also Brooks becomes the first Black female senator, defeating Larry Hogan. So on a historical note, in regards to Lisa and Angela, this is the first time we have 2 Black women in the Senate. This is amazing, man. Shout out to those ladies, and looking forward to, how they make an impact.
Okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, so just looking over in yes, sir. So just looking over in the chat. Kia said, we will most likely be good. These red states will feel it most. The problem is, as blue states, we take our votes for granted. We feel like we don't get hurt by these policies, not thinking of others. I like that. Can we stay on that for a second, bro?
Absolutely.
There are so many people that I still hear from that say, why vote? Because it doesn't make a difference. And it's really troubling to hear that, because if that type of feeling is being spread to not just people around them, but the youth, then we're cooked.
Yeah.
We are honestly cooked to the point where you're telling someone, yes, the right that you have to make a decision isn't never going to make a difference because of their experiences. I think people who feel that way, I'm not here to make you change your beliefs, but stop spreading that shit. Stop spreading that shit unless you have pure general proof how an entire population tried to make an impact and it was completely shut out. There was no progress because I think even though things can get better, we are living proof that things are going in a better direction. Always can be better, but if the people before us didn't thought like the people who think now that you shouldn't vote, it doesn't matter. Imagine what we are now. It's crazy.
It's a fact. It's a fact. Good point. Good point. That's a nice one. Anything else on politics, man?
Listen, y'all. Like I said in the beginning, we can get through this. You know, and I think Kamala said it best. It's okay not to be okay right now, but you got to trust in the fact that things are going to be all right. I don't have to tell this group. I know a lot of you tough it out for a lot of situations, whether it be professionally or personally. And this is just another one of those situations. And continue to share the information, continue to be there for each other. Like I said, keep strengthening your network, your resources, your power in this world. Get close knit with your family. You might want to start investing in a bunker just in case shit really goes left. But yeah, man, just don't give up, don't panic, man. And we here, man, every Wednesday if you just want to vent.
Yeah. Let us know. Let us know in the chat. You know what I mean? You got the email address. I mean, let us know. Let us know for sure. For sure.
Yeah, shout out to High Life, man. He said, I think fellas like you two and men from this generation are doing the right thing at raising the next well-informed and woke children. It'll take time. Shout out to High Life, man. Always dropping gems in the chat.
We appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely. Oh man. All right. So you know, that was a lot, y'all. That was a lot. We're gonna shift it over. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, try and take a deep breath. You know what I'm saying? Let's step back a little bit. You know what I mean?
Little
woosah, man. So we're gonna hit y'all with some questions, man. The first one I got is a little personal for me. Kenny, you know my dad. You know what I mean? You know my grandfather. You know what I mean? My grandfather was Ozell. My father was Azo. And what prompted me to think about this was I was watching our last episode where we were talking about Ozell was good, Azel was good, so everything is okay. I always thought about, at some point, did my father think, I want to name him Ezel?
Out of curiosity, did you find out where Sean came from by your mom? Or okay.
Yeah. My mother told me it was one of her favorite soap operas. This guy she had a crush on, and that's how she came up with my name. But in watching the episode, bro, I really sat there. I was on the treadmill, and I'm like, what if my dad for a hot second was like, I'm gonna name this little dude Ezel? And I started to think about what my Ezel life would have been throughout elementary school, junior high school, high school. Like, I'd have had to have been really good at something or a thug to get respect.
I'm thinking Ezel on the block hit different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that 2-syllable name when your name call off the block, it hit different. Yo, Ezel! Like, you know what I'm saying? It hit a little different. You know what I'm saying? You can't really you can't really break that up. High Life said, ain't you name for a name change, baby. You can make it happen.
Yeah, man. So it was funny. I just had a momentary thought, like, I wonder if he ran this by my mother and she just started cursing him out in Spanish. Like, how dare you? You know what I mean? Like, I am not about to call my little boy Ezel. No way.
That's funny. Speaking of like name calling, like, you know, I'm a junior to my dad, right? I found that out when I was 18, whatever. But when I finally had my son, you know, I was telling my dad, hey, you know, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna name him Lennox. He's like, you're not gonna name the third? God, bro. It took everything in my power to be like, Nah, I'm all right, man. So, I think he's like, he's like, what did he say? He said so like, it shows prestige. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like Kenny Nelson the third. I was like, bruh, he was a cool first at best. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did my best to, make it a better version of us, but I don't think it's a lot of pressure to put that on the little dude, man. Yeah, you the third. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do shit 3 times as hard. Like, I didn't want to put that pressure on him, so I swapped it out.
Yeah.
But I felt like my dad gave me the cold shoulder like a good week. The Texans wasn't as fast as they used to be.
Yeah, he said Kenneth the Third. He was like, bro, this ain't Bridgerton. Like Kenneth the Third.
I mean, I was just start calling them 3 and shit. Like, nah.
Like thou needest thou durag. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? What is that, velvet? What's that, velvet? You got me fucked up, son. Oh shit.
Oh man. All right. Another question for everybody, man. You ever be mid-sentence, like you are really like deep in conversation with someone and you just randomly bite your tongue?
When I'm about to release some information that I thought you knew, and I find out in your eyes mid-sentence that you don't know what the fuck I'm about to say, I just, oh my god, is that a blue car? Like, I gotta change everything. Like, what you about to say? Oh man, look at the time. Well, you know what I'm saying? I gotta hit these streets. But that's the only time I think I do bite my tongue mid-sentence, when I am saying some new information that I think you're already informed of, and you look at me super inquisitive, like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I back up right. I back that truck right up. Like, nah, man. Yeah, this for me. I gotta go. How about you? You had a recent situation.
So that's funny, but I'm literally talking about like bite your tongue. Like you are mid sentence and you just like you never see nobody do that.
No, that happens to me if I'm eating a little too quickly, and man, boy, does that slow you down.
Bro.
You drop your fork, you roll back a little bit, you process that whole day slowly.
Dude. So let me tell you something, man. I'm mid conversation with Shay, right? Like I am giving her game. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm like, yeah, so when you go, and she was like, she looked at me, I looked at her, I was like, she was like, you okay? I was like, I don't know. I feel like I just glitched. Like literally, I was mid talking, and then I just,
oh shit!
I had nothing, bro. It's just like, what the hell is happening right now? Totally glitched mid conversation. She looked at me. She was worried about me, man. So, all right.
Biting your tongue is one. Did you break skin? Like, was there blood? You like?
No, thank God, no. Thank God, no. I survived.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when you're chewing food, you chew it real force. You don't think your tongue's gonna jump in the middle of that.
Nah, not at all.
I'll throw the whole meal away. Throw the whole fucking meal away. I'm eating blood, bro. I'm good. Shit.
Another question for you, man, and for everybody out there. Has anybody seen any recent pictures of Diddy?
Nope. He's in solitary. He could be there. He could not be there. He might have been. I've seen a whole 2 weeks ago. We have no idea. No updates. Last I heard, he stopped eating. That was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna keep it pushing because I don't want to get some trouble.
I don't want to we lock this door. Hold on. I want no issues.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All right. Hey, listen. All right, we're gonna keep it pushing. All right. How many people? And I want everybody, wherever you're watching us from tonight, how many of y'all know how many people you follow on social media? Like, when's the last time you took a look at that?
You said how many people actually know that you follow?
No, how many people do you just follow on social media?
Combined, or like over the platforms?
Over the platforms, IG, whichever one you're on the most.
I'm super low key. I got maybe two here, 1 there, 30 there. Like I'm very low key. I don't socialize much. I got a podcast. Yeah, I don't socialize much. How about you? Are the numbers higher than you assumed or lower than you thought it was?
Yeah, bro. It was like over 1,000 people that I'm following. And I don't even talk to more than 10 at a week's time. So I was just like, let me scan through. And it was actually very interesting to kind of go through it. And it kind of reminded me of when I probably followed these people, where I was at in life. And then I'm like, oh man, I found out some of my friends, y'all got like 4 or 5 different pages, man. 4 or 5 different pages.
That's a
you
fact.
know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
It was like Sexy Thing 1, Sexy Thing in Brooklyn.
2.2.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, yo, I remember this page. And I was just like, I started really like just going through it. Just kind of every end of the year, I kind of siphon through, anything as far as like my algorithm, anything, just start cleansing before the end of the year.
You gotta purge in December. You gotta purge.
Yeah.
Get the bots out of there, get the people that ain't got nothing positive to say. People that don't say, I don't want to say people that don't say nothing because that's me, but people that just just not beneficial to your movement going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta let those people go for sure.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, just some random questions. You know what I'm saying? A little de-stressor from the heavy topic we just came off of. You know what I mean?
I feel you. All right. You want to revisit my earlier question, or you want to keep moving? This can't be life. Let's go. Can't be life, brother.
Can't be life, man. All right, so we are going to bring up this picture, man, and the credit goes to at Stay Grounded TV and Superline Network for this post. So apparently, this mom brought this T-shirt from Temu, and of course, she claims that after she didn't realize what it said until after her son wore this. Now, if you ask me, y'all, this mother should be arrested for child negligence. I feel like this is up there with that. But when you see this, brother, like
don't ask it what I see, bro. Please don't ask it what I see. the boy eat ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with vision, creativity, and passion. The boy eats ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just fucked up. Like, I would have put the mother in all kinds of prisons. Like I saw the story. She's like, he been wearing this since August. Like, you know what I mean? He wears it like once, twice a month. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and nobody pulled you to the side ever? School had to call you up and said, yo, your boy eat. You know this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think it was a whole sweatsuit. Like, the shirt matched the shorts. Like, it was some wild shit. But yeah, they got to take a Temu account away for sure.
Yeah. Now listen, I'm gonna allow some grace here. She's probably a hardworking mother. Sometimes she just, lets the kid put on his clothes and just by the time she sees him, got the coat on, putting him on the bus or dropping him off. So I'm gonna shoot a little bail on this one, but damn. Like, damn.
Big damn. Somebody, like, what is, like, you know what this picture's missing? Dad. Nobody talked about him. Probably went to go get some milk. You know how that go. But, yeah, man. Yeah. Somebody, like, where's the family? Nobody spotted this? Like, is everybody just unable to read? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. They highlighted the words, bro. And it gets the words get bigger. I don't know. We gotta do better.
Since August, he at least been to 2 cookouts with that shirt. I know.
Bruh. Like, who's doing laundry? Like, nobody did a quick, after the dry, go whoosh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do a quick, None of that. Nobody?
A little something.
Something, please.
Oh, man. All right. So we're going to leave that one alone. This next one, man. This next one is it caught me off guard because the first time I saw this picture, it was just of him, right? And everybody was like, why is this guy going viral? And then the context started to come out. And from what I'm seeing, let me go over to my trusted source here.
I didn't think it was real.
I didn't think it was neither. And I still kind of hope it's not. I hope they're just jobbing us, but we're going to have some fun with it.
All 20 tapes I seen was mad impactful.
So they're talking about this Equatorial Guinea official who was arrested over 400 sex tapes with the president's sister, high-profile women. I think there's even a picture where they point out at least 6 women in the picture that all work in the same office that he had these encounters with. And not only did he have these encounters with them and record them, they were in the office and they were consented to actually be in the video. They're looking in the camera. What's going on, kid?
Like, it's beyond consent. Like, but it's all right. Granted, 400 tapes. You know what I'm saying? Some are 3 minutes, some are 4 minutes, some are 12 minutes. they ran the gamut. You know what I mean? Some in hotels on business trips. Some is right in the office. He's watching security camera while doing one of these. I'm just like, yo. And listen, excuse my ignorance, but I kept getting stuck in him rubbing his nipples mid-stroke. I'm like, yo, why does he keep doing that? Like, so,
God.
why is he? I'm like, this is too much. Like, they need to cut these tapes up. This ain't it. But hey, the internet on internet, man. And it seems the internet made him a local hero. They're just like, yo, man, 400 tapes. They say, hey, he cheated on one, but they cheated on all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that was fake deep, but I don't think this is the time or place for that. I had to go look up where this was. I didn't know where this was on the map, bro. I'm not good at geography. Outside, these outside of these 50 or so states, I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really, well versed on all the stuff beyond the waters. You know what I'm saying? I had to look it up, zoom in twice on my Google Maps. I was just like, oh, this boy was outside. But listen, hey, these weren't little boys. These weren't like men. These weren't like they were just connected women in some capacity. Do you think they all? I know we can't speak for them, but were they all attracted to power? Let us know in the chat, man. How did he do it? How did he pull? Doing it is one thing, but Larry, you want to record this? Yeah. Every time, like, you know what I'm saying. And now, unfortunately, I got to know who leaked the USB, because it was like 2 gigs of traffic. Like,
yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
somebody probably came for the bag. He wasn't trying to cut the check. And I said, I got you, bitch. I got you. This is about to go viral. Well, listen, man. Hey, listen, people have gone to jail for much worse. He gets to go out as, the guy who took on the entire office in the OnlyFans way. And hey, listen, I think the toughest part of this is the men who were married to these women, because now this is how you find out. Like, it wasn't through a random text. It wasn't like you caught her at Applebee's with homeboy. Nah, you saw her buzzing it wide on a sex tape. That's crazy.
I think one of them was the brother's wife. Like, he had like a wild list. I was like, nah, this can't be real. But then the video dropped in HD. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah,
he meant that shit. Yep. He meant that shit.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, that's how this Can't Be Life segment. Every now and then we stumble upon some stuff that just can't be life, y'all. But it really is. It be real life out here.
Facts.
All right, so man, so moving on, really good news, I believe last week or over the weekend, rapper Young Thug, at first it was coming in that he was going to get like 20 years in prison and then 25 house arrest. And I think like in a matter of hours, it just went to time served. Thug is free.
Yeah. Shouts out to Mr. Steele. He's Superman to me.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? He got the job done.
That's it, man. So the rapper whose given name is Jeffrey Williams, he was released from custody. He'll have to serve 15 years on probation as part of the non-negotiated plea agreement. So before we get into more stuff about what he has to do, man, does the streets and the industry owe Gunna an apology?
The first song they make is a hit, yes. If the shit go top 10 on the Billboard, hey man, we got to pull this man to the side, shake his hand, say, hey, we're happy you got skinny. We're sorry about the way we accused you for things that you may or may have not done, but it didn't look good when it happened, so we apologize in advance. But keep making hits, brother. Keep making hits.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So yeah, I think it's $100 of community service. Of course, he can't be around any known felons and gang members. And he will have to go to schools to tell kids about, not using drugs and about not joining gangs. Listen, if anybody can make a song that inspires kids to do good, it's Young Thug. I believe he's got the talent to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to lose that weight so fast, but there's medicine to get back to old Young Thug weight. So we shall see. We shall see how he is when he want to pop back out for the first time, when he want to get the cameras out, hit the studio for real. But it's going to be dope to see for sure. Oh, I do forget. I got one more unfortunate. It might be a / this can't be life, but it's a RIP. RIP to Peanut. For those that don't know Peanut was a pet squirrel who lived in New York, man. It seems he was euthanized by the DEC. Neighbor was a Karen. He snitched on him. The boy ran a not-for-profit, helping animals out, bro. He found a squirrel like 5 years ago, raised him up to be a grown squirrel. You seen him jumping around, having fun, man. Real squirrel-like activities in the house. It was weird, but hey, it was love. You know what I'm saying? But And he had a Karen make a call to DEC. DEC showed up, say, bro, this is illegal. You can't house this. And they say, but why? He's like, nigga's a squirrel. Like, it took him, man. They did Peanut dirty, man, in hours. Like, they ain't even, there was no case, no trial, no nothing. And they busted the door. They started asking niggas questions. Squirrel can't talk, so he can't answer shit. They took that boy. They took him down. But I'm sorry, I forgot to bring it up in this Can't Be Life /RIPs, but justice for Peanut, man. Pet Squirrel in New York that did not deserve that, man. Sorry.
Justice. No, it's all good. Justice for Peanut, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, man. He was just a squirrel trying to get a nut, man.
Trying to get a nut, bro. And it was a domestic nut at that. Can't win, man.
Can't win. All right, y'all. We're gonna move over to one of my favorite segments here, man. I'm not a doctor. I just play one here on FCP, y'all. And every time we hit this segment, we try and bring you news, information in regards to healthcare and anything along those lines. So recently in the news, they're talking about the smaller fleet of ambulances out there due to hospital closures and how it's slowing ambulance response times. If you listen to our show often, we've talked about the potential closures of SUNY Downstate. And of course, there's been some hospital closures out in the city. So right now, you can think once a hospital closes, we're talking about all these patients now then have to go to the other nearest hospital. And sometimes that hospital can be pretty far. So you're talking about emergency rooms who are probably already at capacity now having to make accommodations for this increased patient population that are coming towards them. Not to mention now, depending on how they allocate funds to pay for these ambulances and these people who are actually in the EMTs, I mean, if they have to reduce costs there, now we're talking about less people to get out there to address emergency responses. And we all know how that can impact negative health outcomes. So you should definitely be paying attention to any closures or potential closures in your community. Make sure you're a part of those conversations. I know a lot of times we don't think about a lot of healthcare issues until we have a healthcare issue. Now's the time to be at the forefront of it before you need it and it's not there and you have to go further. The next one I'll step into, man, open enrollment begins for New York's Affordable Care Act. This, of course, was called Obamacare at one point. New Yorkers can enroll in 2025 health coverage through the New York State of Health Marketplace between November 1st and January 31st, and by December 15th for coverage to take effect on January 31st. Now, I suggest everyone do their research because there's certain criteria you must meet to be able to apply for these plans. There's talks that they are going to be more affordable premiums, better coverage for people going into next year. But as always, as we see on the show, do your own research before you make your choices.
What's up, man? Appreciate that. I know you're not a doctor, but just play with him at FCP. But we do appreciate all the medical research and everything you bring to us, man. Thank you as always.
Definitely. So just diving back here for a minute, man, we're going to go back into a funny situation because there was a video that somebody sent me of a dude getting ready to, have a female come over. And you know what I mean? Like he's getting everything prepped, doing push-ups, making sure the crib is clean, got everything set up. He gets the text and she's like, "You're going to be mad at me." He proceeds to throw his phone. And in the background, they're playing the theme music from when Ricky got shot in Boys in the Hood. It's funny as hell. I'm going to send it to you after this. After this, right? But I started to think about what are some of the L's that you take in silence. Like you could be by yourself and it's just like, God, man, like these are L's that people wouldn't know about, man. What's the first one that comes to you?
I can't quite relate to a sneaky link, but me and the missus, if we have a good night out, one of us is talking spicy on the way home. Whoever's not driving, bro, man, they never make it home, man. Boy, they was talking that shit too. Said, "Ooh, wait till we get home." I'm like, Then I'm going, Then I'm gonna go to the fridge, get the whipped cream, and and you just, yeah, I'm gonna do 90. Fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't care. You know what I'm saying? Before you even throw that shit in park, just seat all the way back, just mouth open, just big knocked out. You like, I should leave your ass right here. You know
Listen, bro,
but,
I'm a strong believer. Once you start talking spicy, you either gotta get popping in the bathroom at the place or in the car. Don't wait till you get home. Once that air hit them, it's a wrap.
It's different. It's different. It's not all that energy is dissipated. It's gone. It's like, what happens to that freak that was back there, man? I'm a wife with kids, man. Shut up. I'm tired. It's like, damn, that was quick. Absolutely. How about you? What do you do when the cancellation?
I mean, the cancellation is pain. You know what I'm saying? It's real pain. And in a former life, if you know what I'm saying, if you're a real player, you keep the third, you keep the backup plan just in case. You know, I wouldn't know about that life, but I've heard about that life.
Got to diversify your options, bro.
Yeah, that's it. That, you know, I've heard that from friends of mine. I think another L that I know I hate to take in silence is when the pinky toe hits the corner of the bed, bro. That is one of the most pain, because especially when everybody's asleep, you just figure your toes gone. Now you got to figure out how you gonna walk for the rest of your life, because this corner of the bed then assassinated your foot. It hurts, bro. It really hurts.
The worst part about that is that you can't even blame nobody. It's like damn, if I had my slippers on, probably wouldn't happen. Or you know what I mean? If I was wearing socks, it probably wouldn't hurt as bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm out there raw footing, 2 in the morning, fuck the whole shit up. Yeah, big pain.
I think another one, man, is when you are too drunk in the club and you go to the bathroom and you just staring at yourself in the mirror like, who the fuck do you think you are? You're done.
Quit 2 shots ago. You should have quit 2 shots ago. You know that.
You're done. You keep taking these shots. You keep saying, "You ready for another one?" Like, like you know you're not ready for this, and now you're in the bathroom trying to figure out how you're gonna get your life back. Like, if you throw up, does that give you your second win? But you don't want to throw up, because if it gets everywhere in your clothes, now everybody know you threw up. It's terrible, bro. Terrible. L's in silence.
I had an L in silence that I had experienced within a group. A little story time real fast. I believe you were there, unfortunately. All of us, man. Wife was there, everybody. For whatever reason, these drinks, there was something in this Hennessy, man. I don't think it was real Hennessy, man. They were stretching that shit, man. I don't know if they were stretching it with. There was something in that liquor, man. I was on cup number 2, feeling good. And wife just got real close to me. She just looked me dead in my eyes like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." About half a second later, throw up commenced right in front of her. Hey, most ladies, most women, nigga, you disgusting. Pew. Yo, this is when I knew. Like, I already knew before this night, but this is when I knew she was the one, bro. For whatever reason, when projectile vomit started coming out my mouth, most people would have ran. She cupped her hands and said,
"Yeah, I remember that shit."
And I'm just there like, "You catch it now." You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to leave the club for a second. But bro, after the vomit was out and all that nasty fake liquor was out, I was back. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, that was disgusting. Let me get a bottle of water, please." But yeah, that was a nasty one in silence I had to eat in front of a crowd.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Nasty times.
Oh man. All right, man. Moving on over to TVs, movies, and music recommendations, y'all. I'm gonna run through these pretty fast. You can go check them out on your own time. First up is the series The Diplomat, starring Kerry Russell and Rufus Sewell. This show is amazing, watching this lady as she goes through 2 seasons of being the ambassador. A lot of crazy stuff happens. They ended season 1 with a cliffhanger. Season 2 ends with another cliffhanger. So make sure you go check it out. And at some point, we'll have probably a dedicated show just to kind of dive deep and see how everybody's feeling about it.
I saw season 1. I got to catch season 2. When did the season 2 hit?
I want to say maybe mid-October. Something like that.
All right, I gotta get
on. Yeah. Next up, man, Trap. Josh Hartnett, man. This one, I've never seen Josh Hartnett play this type of role. But when I tell you, this was very creepy, because this can be some real life shit, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna tell y'all, of course, the plot. We never do that here on the show. Spoiler alerts. We always give spoiler alerts before we do that. But the way this man just goes about this movie, this you can tell, like, you have to have a certain type of mentality to be in the mindset of what he does in this movie and be out here like a regular person. I mean, it's phenomenal. And Josh Hartnett was in his bag, man. I've never seen him play this kind of role. Definitely took me for a surprise, but me and the wife loved it.
Just confirm. Yeah, you're co-signing this. I saw M. Night Shyamalan on. I said, man, fuck that dude. He been leading me up. His last 2 or 3 flicks I've seen halfway through each one. I'm like, man, did it to me again. But this one's good though.
For us, it was good. I liked it. I thought it was really good. Yeah.
Add to the watch list.
Yep. So now, this last one. I'm a big Kate Beckinsale fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about this woman in action films is phenomenal. I'm drawing a blank on the vampire movie that she was in, and they did like 3 different versions, but my wife will probably remember in the chat. But she was phenomenal in those vampire movies. She did this one, and it was just the first 5 minutes of the movie. I felt like she was talking like she was Batman. Like, everything was like very deep, and we were just like, "Why is she talking like that?" That's not her real voice. Yeah, like, we didn't know if she was trying to sound American, and that's why she was deep, or maybe she just was tired, or I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. Yeah, but they tried to supplement the lack of plot with the action, but it was still like, it fell short for me, man. This one didn't like it. So don't waste the time, y'all. I can't get the time back that I took to watch this. So I don't want you to lose that time. And if you do watch it, just know I warned you.
Okay. All right. I'm mad at that. Canary Black.
Yes, sir. Then next up, man, we got Starting 5, season 2 will be coming up. They already got the cast set. Out of this cast, man, I think the person I'm most excited to hear about is Jaylen Brown. You only really see snippets of Jaylen Brown just kind of defending himself, defending the fact that he didn't make the Olympics team, being questioned about his place on the team. And I think he erased a lot of that on their championship run. But now we get to be in the season and see how they go about this season. It will be amazing if they go back to back, because then now you got Jason Tatum and then you got Jaylen Brown. That would be crazy. So, but I like the fact that he's in this. James Harden would probably be my second favorite, I think, of this cast, because I want to see if he's still James from Houston. I want to see if he's still out there.
That's what I was trying to see. I want to see his nightlife after you zip up. After you zip up the duffel bag and put the basketball sneakers away when they get flying, hit the streets. Yeah, I want to see that James Harden.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, man.
There was one other thing I saw coming back up that I swear to God, it fell off the radar because of the medical scare, but it seems Jake Paul and Tyson are back. It's a real thing.
Yeah. Next Friday.
That threw me off. I was watching some football game, and I seen like a commercial. I'm like, oh, that's Tyson. Oh, that's Jake Paul. And then I was like, Netflix. What the fuck is going on? Like, I thought this was canceled or some shit like that, or they found a replacement.
Yeah, bro.
But it seems it's live. It's real. It's happening.
It's happening, man. Next Friday, bro. Next Friday.
I see, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Quick stopover in sports, man. First off, we have to talk about Saquon Barkley and what he did to at least 3 different defenders.
Yo, he really invented a new running move mid-game. Like, I don't think bro, I watched football on television since I was like 4.5. I've seen a lot of moves. Barry Sanders was my favorite player ever. I've seen him shake grown men out their cleats for many Sundays, you know what I'm saying? Then he came and went. And there was a few spectators, coming and going, all shifty characters.
Yeah.
This boy Saquon, man. Don't get me wrong, like dude number 1, whatever. Dude number 2 caught the business too. It was just a professional regular move that we've seen before. You know what I'm saying? Quick spin.
Yep.
And then like I think I'd have to watch this clip like 12, maybe 13 times that day. Just cause like I felt his brain wanted to do a spin move, but his body and athleticism took over and said, nah, we need to do more. Like mid move. Like, you know
we need to do more.
Like I know what you're thinking up there, bro. Spin out of this, but we gotta do more. And then his his thigh power just took over. Like did you happen to watch the game live? Was you watching it when it went down?
Absolutely, bro. I call that move happiness. That's what happens when you on a team that values you. You got your money. Saquon is running with happiness right now. And that's what happiness is how you trying some shit you never tried before, doing some things you never done before. And I call that move happiness. Straight up.
Bro, I tell you right now, EA Sports is going to be in the lab all season. Like, what combinations can we put together to make this a move? You know what I'm saying? Because you can't. Like, people are gonna be asking for it. Like, yeah, I want to jump backwards. But keep going forward. Like, nigga, what? like Saquon really, he's not just mashing buttons. Like he was playing a 5-year-old in Madden. He was just doing mad spin moves back to back. But shouts to him, man. Do you think NFL sped up his testing situation?
Absolutely. Like I know we spoke and I said he's definitely getting tested the next day. You said they probably waiting in the locker room. So
yeah, bro. I'm gonna need you to be in this company immediately. He said, "What happened?" Yeah, New York called. They said he's never done that in practice. We gotta verify. We don't know what's going on in Philly, man. We gotta verify.
Yep.
We have to verify.
They went through the archives. They said we ain't never seen no shit like this before. Test that, dude.
Man. For sure. For sure.
So speaking of someone who, I mean, he's no longer in the NFL, but very well known. Jason Kelce, he was at the Penn State game, and it seems like a heckler said something homophobic towards his brother, Travis Kelce. And in context, in the first videos you just see Jason Kelce just smashing this guy's phone, but you don't see the lead up to where this guy was going after him. Yeah, disrespectfully pushed him to the ground. Jason was trying to tell him to chill, and then that's when the shit goes down. How? I mean, we of course wouldn't know, but how would you be able to keep your composure? You know, because hey, listen, you're almost in the same space, right? Ramel was pretty well known, so say he takes it to another level, and you're out and about, just minding your business, trying to get some chicken wings, and somebody just comes up to you and says something crazy about Ramel. And they're not letting up. Like, what is your first reaction?
So you don't come outside at all often. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, like, don't get me wrong. Like, hey, me or Mal, regular, average guys, regular build. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy. Niggas not, bench pressing the building and all like that. But when you talk shit to, like recently retired football players or UFC fighters or wrestlers or people with the, you know what I mean, the cauliflower ears, like, you don't, like, cherish life much. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could have took it to a place that, jail time was for sure. You know what I mean? But I think he, even in all of that, I know he was angry. I still think he kept his composure to as far as he could. As a professional, just trying to, get from point A to point B on the campus grounds. But it's a tough pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? There's just way too much pride out there. And it sucks when you got 30, 40 cameras on you at all times anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Me and Ramel catch a quick scuffle, like, you know what I mean? You might not see it. Like, you know what I mean? But that's a tough pill to swallow. Especially if it's your little brother at that. It's like, nah, bro, you're not going to be disrespecting me in 4K, bro. You're not. Nah, I get it. I respect it.
Absolutely, man. And sticking with Jason Kelce, since he used to play for the Eagles and thinking of the Eagles, the infamous tush push is their go-to move. And for any of you who are not watching football, tush push has been this unique formation that the Eagles have brought into the NFL that has pretty much been unstoppable to this moment. So my question for you, Kenny, is why aren't more teams doing this?
I think they skipped the copy the mold, and I don't think they created it. Like, we always seen these kind of quarterback sneaks, these powerful, aggressive, quarterback sneaks. Well, that's what they are. It's a guaranteed yard and a half. And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you get more than that. You know what I mean? But I think Jason Kelce kind of spearheaded that for the last few seasons when he was with them, as far as being the center there and having the wherewithal and the strength to really just push whoever's at nose guard off the line to get that extra yard and a half for these first downs, and touchdowns when they're close enough. But I don't think a lot of teams have that Jason Kelsey kind of spearheader at center. In order, like it's snapping the ball and going forward at the strength you got to go for in order to push that line. The bit you need is not an easy task, and then it's a team effort. You know what I mean? So I think as you go on, I think the draft they'll start getting those kind of players that have that savvy, skill set, and strength to really do that. But right now, not that it's too new, but I think they're just still playing with the idea of how to implement this in a successful way. You don't want to copy something and be getting sacked and shit and be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Oh, right. They tried to touch push, but it was just tushy. Like they did nothing. Right? You know what I mean? It didn't get what they wanted. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that. Mush. Yeah, it's a tush mush. You don't want that. You don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? So I think over the next season or two, you'll start implement it more in practice and be able to transfer it over into real time.
Got you. All right, cool. We are past the trade deadline for the NFL. It passed yesterday around 4:00. Two of the moves I saw was Ladarius Smith to the Lions. They really needed that after using their star defensive end. And Mike Williams, who I felt was not getting enough utilization on the Jets, he's headed to the Steelers. Nice compliment to George Pickens over there. I really like Mike Williams on the Steelers. I think that's going to look good. I know there were some other moves in the league, but those were the two that stood out to me. Any of them stood out to you?
No, just Mike Williams really leaving the Jets. That kind of stood out to me a bit because I was like, damn. Yeah. I know Devontae's there, but I was hoping a 1-2 punch. But coming off the injury is a lot for him. You know what I'm saying? So maybe a new team, new home, kind of restart or reboost that energy pack he has. You know what I'm saying? To get him back to where he used to be. But I like to see him doing black and gold over there.
All right. And speaking of the Steelers, man, we are halfway through the NFL season. The Steelers are definitely one of the teams I'm impressed with, along with the Commanders. I mean, Jaden Williams is playing phenomenal. We're finally seeing that star-studded power that Terry McLaurin always had. And then you can't ignore, granted, they got D. Hopkins now. They got Kareem Hunt back. You can't ignore what the Chiefs are doing. You really can't. They play every year as if they've never won a championship, ever.
What's scary about them is they're winning games and they're not playing their best ball yet. That's what's scary. Because once December comes and Holmes really start heating up and he gets like in the playoff mode, he's really trying to crush these Brady records 1 year at a time, and he's on route to do it. But as far as is there anybody you're impressed with though, like throughout the season so far outside of those teams?
I love the Lions. They stayed consistent. They could have lost a lot of their luster after last year's end result. I think they are right on the same path as they were last year to get back to the NFC Championship and hopefully get a different turnout this year. And it looks like nobody's in their way. I'm looking at the NFC right now, and I'm like, all these teams are beatable. All these teams are very beatable. So it's really just going to come down to them just staying healthy and being ready.
Facts. I've been I'm a big Lamar fan. Ravens have all the tools they need to get where they need to go. But I really need him to have that Peyton Manning finally getting over the Brady hump kind of year one of these years. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes is no easy out, and you always see him when it really counts. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this is that year for them, but them being undefeated and playing like 70% ball right now is scary. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And my surprise performance, I mean, outside of the Commanders, man, I think the Falcons. Like, I thought Kirk Cousins was going to come in there and have some trouble. He's got a young core of receivers, young running back. So I thought it was really just going to be a whole lot of yardage, but just not winning, not finishing games. But they're finding ways to finish games. They got a decent record right now. I believe it's
6-3. 6-3 right now.
6-3. So at this point, man, if they stay healthy, once again, they can do some things over there.
It's a fact. As far as a surprise performance, I like the way Tampa Bay is playing. I know they just lost a close one, unfortunately, to Patrick last week. And you see it in Mayfield's face where they lost the toss and OT. This nigga's like,
he knew it.
This nigga, I'm not even gonna see this ball. You know what I'm saying? But But I do like the way they are playing as a unit. Evans, I don't know if he's back yet. I know he was hurt for a little bit with the hammy, but I do enjoy their style of play, the energy. And Baker Mayfield is really the what's his name? Johnny. John. He's a smart Johnny football. Yeah, he's a smart Johnny Manziel. You know what I'm saying? Like same kind of charisma, same kind of quirky kind of action and throwing motion and everything. But he understands that the team is more important than me. You know what I'm saying? So he's okay. He doesn't mind putting that extra work in, and you see him getting better every season. But I think the Bucks, hopefully, they sneak in as a wild card and they do some damage out there later.
I hear that, man. And right now, my standing MVP is Patty Mahomes. I don't think anybody out there is balling the way he is. Before he went down, I thought Aiden Hutchinson was looking like an MVP. He was running through offensive lines, taking down everybody. But man, that injury, man, I feel for that kid because he was gonna have a remarkable season for the books. I think him and TJ Watt was just going to be going back and forth with a record.
That's a fact. Yep. I think my early MVP, maybe the first 5 to 6 weeks in, I was ready to give it to Derrick Henry. He was doing things that size back just shouldn't be doing, and he's super consistent with it. Like, you know what I mean? When he gets an open field, you think you can catch him, and he has sneaky big speed. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was ready to give it to him about 2 weeks ago, but yeah, it's hard not to give it to Patrick, honestly.
Yeah,
because he's not even playing his best ball yet, and they're still undefeated. So it's gonna be a hard out for him not to get an unanimous decision at the end.
Absolutely. All right, so shifting gears a bit, man. Jonquel Jones, as you know, she plays center for the WNBA New York Liberty. They're coming off a championship, and she was on the Pivot podcast. And this was a really good episode, man. If you ever get a chance, check it out. And any of y'all, if y'all out there and you're a fan of the Pivot podcast, check it out. Jonquel, she addressed a lot of issues. And I think the one that stood out the most is with her resume. And I think we've talked about this here on this show. She's been to the WNBA finals, I believe, at least 3 or 4 times over the last 6 years. And her resume, she's been in the league 6 seasons. So 4 out of her 6 seasons, she's been to the finals. Why is she not getting the notoriety that we're seeing from other stars in the WNBA? And I love the fact that Ryan Clark asked her straight out, do you think it's because she is a queer woman? And, you know what I mean? She probably doesn't have the look and feel that the WNBA feels is marketable. And I love the way she addressed it to say she doesn't think it's that. She thinks the WNBA just needs to realize that we all bring something different to this game. And the WNBA has to find a way to market everyone to their strengths. And once they figure that out, then everyone will have that sense of marketability to some extent, right? You know, you can't put everybody out there as the face. So I love the platform that she had to talk about her journey coming from the Bahamas, how at first, you know, it was very tough for her to even get any playing time to the point where she finally figured it out and figured out her niche. And to now seeing her as a WNBA champion, man. Shout out to the Pivot, man. They always got some great stuff going on.
They stay with a good cast. Not mad at that at all.
Yep.
Shouts to that WNBA MVP out there. Finals MVP.
Yeah, absolutely. And then keeping the WNBA, man, Kelsey Plum. Y'all already know how I feel about Kelsey Plum, man. That's one of my faves when it comes to the WNBA and just overall individual. She will have her number 10 jersey from Washington retired January 18th, 2025. Definitely worthy, man. She was a force in college and she's still a force. I know she can't wait for this next season to get started so her and the Aces can go after what they want. I gotta double check. I don't know if she's one of those free agents that they have, but you know, I mean, I really like Kelsey Plum, and this is a great honor, man.
It's a fact. She did a time. She balled out and still balling out at a professional level. So she did a thing.
Yep.
Still doing a thing.
Yes, sir. And then next up, man, Tyler Marsh. He's one of the assistant coaches on the Aces, man. He will become the official new head coach of the Sky. This is huge. I mean, it's bittersweet because we just saw Teresa Witherspoon get fired after just one season when she was just getting the team to get together and have some camaraderie and really forge a bond. But Tyler Marsh has really been great with the Aces. And I know Becky Hammond has been super supportive of this move for him. So it's going to be interesting to see what he brings to the culture over there. We already know you got Angel Reese there. You got Kennedy Carter. You got Camila Cardoza. If they can put some good role players around them and get a good foundation, who knows what they do over the next couple of years. Hopefully they give him more than just a year to figure it out. I know it says multi-year contract here, but we've seen situations end earlier than they should have.
Often.
So, yeah, but shout out to him, man, for real.
For sure, for sure.
Yep.
Oh, there's one sidebar I have to bring up. It was kind of weird, but I do want your opinion on it. Last week, Halloween, of course. And hey, celebrities, they're free to do whatever they want, as far as dressing up. Have fun. It's a holiday, you know what I'm saying? Dress up as you want, do what you want. But there was one celebrity couple that kind of grinded my gears a little bit. DJ Envy and his wife. They had their daughter, who's only 9, kind of cosplay the Little Kim Crush on You montage. And if you recall Little Kim's outfits on Crush on You, it was rather skimpy. Made sense for Little Kim. You're Little Kim. We seen your first album cover. Like, this is all your lane. But she's a grown woman making grown decisions and getting paid for what she does. DJ Envy and his wife thought it was cool to have their daughter kind of dress up in very, very similar costumes. But it's different. Like, it's not like you go to party, like, hey, regular folk, we go to Party City, get the little costume in a little plastic bag. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, 20, $30. Rock it for a party, maybe 2. Can't fit it no more. Come next year. But when there's money in the outfit for the kids, and it's like kind of extreme adult outfit, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand why they would do it, why they would kind of make a production of it. You know what I'm saying? But let your kids be kids, people. It's Halloween, man. It's Halloween. But
I agree, brother.
I do have a more Halloween confession, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. You ain't hear that from me, but the Make America Great houses with the flags and all that. They was giving us some damn good candy. I was making real tough decisions last week. You know what I mean? Kids like, should we go? I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, baby, have fun. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure they ain't giving out no voter cards. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on? But yeah, they was giving out full, like real size, like corner store sticker bars. I was like, oh shit, that's my mind. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, they really trying to make candy great again. I couldn't be mad. I was trying to be mad, but I was faking it. Like, and I had mad fun on Halloween, mad fun.
So 2 things with that, right? One is dope that your kids even knew what was going on. That they turned around and looked at you and it was like, "Is this cool?" The second part of that was if they approach for the candy and they ask them who they voting for. What's the answer, bro?
These are future voters. We're just here for the candy, man. please. Future voter right here. Future voter. Please give me my candy and let me go to the next house. Please. It's not a political debate. You know what I'm saying? The sun's going down fast. We got to go, man.
Yeah. We just exercising our right to trick or treat. I'm with you.
That's it. Yeah. Quick shout out to Tanya. She gave us a quick Celtics update. They are up in the 4th, 90-86.
Woo!
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Anything else you got for the chat on Wednesday, sir?
Listen, man, it's Scorpio season. You know what I mean? We are definitely out and about enjoying our time. So, just be careful out there. We tend to leave, a trail of happiness, savagery, fun, excitement, felonies. It's a mixed bag. You know what I mean? It can be a mixed bag.
Oh, shit.
But other than that, man, I hope everybody's doing well. And once again, man, we know that, with this new election, it may have you feeling a certain way right now, but it's not over. Once again, don't panic. Stay safe, stay diligent, stay focused, and just do what you got to do, man. I strongly believe everything will work out.
Absolutely. Plus, we still got work tomorrow, so you can't really
change rent
too
due.
much.
Rent still due.
Big due. Oh man. As always, bro. Always a pleasure, man. Love you.
Love you too, man. Later, people.
Peace.